Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Living Life Unstoppable podcast with Rochelle. I am your host, Rochelle. Welcome back. It's season 2 of Living Your Life Unstoppable podcast. We took a little break after season 1 to work on a few things to get some new ideas going, and now we're back for season 2. If you are new, welcome. We're glad that you stopped by to join us, our little circle over here, living our lives unstoppable. Just to give you a little background about who I am a life coach, I am a author, and I am a podcast host. I'm also a mom to 2 amazing young men, and we're over here trying to live our lives unstoppable. And so that's what we focus on, trying to give you help and ideas of how to live an unstoppable life in every area of your life. It's just not about your business. It's about your business, your relationships, your health. That's very important. So we want you to live a life that's unstoppable in every area of your life. So we're glad that you joined us today. If you're new, go back and listen to some other episodes from season 1. We ended season 1, I think, in October or November. And like I said before, we just took a little break to work on some other things and to work on some new topics for our group here. We're living life unstoppable. We're trying to live life unstoppable. And so as we encourage you, you encourage us as well with the feedback that you're giving. And so today we're going to talk about how faith and focus can move you forward. So we want, in this new year of 2026, a happy new year, everybody. I know it's February already, but happy new year, because this is my first podcast in the new year. So happy new year. But we want to have a very prosperous year of 2026. We want to take our goals and move them forward. And so today's topic is dealing with faith and focus, how those two components work together in order to move you forward in whatever you're trying to accomplish this year in 2026. The good thing about this topic is that it can be used over and over in every area. Like if you are thinking about, okay, this is my goal this year in health, it works with your fitness. This is my goal this year in my marriage. It works in your relationships. This is my goal in my business. It works in your business. So this is a topic that you'll be able to use in every area of your life. So I wanted to start this year off because, we all have goals. At the beginning of the year, we all set goals, or at the end of a year before you start your new year, you set goals of what you want to accomplish in that new year. And so we're starting off in 2026, and we're going to focus on these goals. And then the way that we're going to achieve these goals is by putting our faith to the test, putting our focus to the test, and moving forward. There will be some hiccups along the way, but it's not failures. We don't like to use failure over here. We call them a hiccup and keep on going. So we're going to take our faith and we're going to attach it to our focus this year, and we're going to move forward in every area that we've set goals to for this year. So I want right now, while I'm introducing the topic, I want you to think about what you've set as goals this year. What do you want to move forward with this year? What do you want to see move forward? It may be something you started last year and you're not seeing any progress. Well, we're going to talk about how we're going to get focused, how we're going to get on track, and what our faith has to do with that to help us to move forward. Just think about some of the things that hold you back. Let's think about that right now. What are some things that may hold you back from achieving the goals that you want to have? When you think about what can be holding you back, whether it's spending too much time on social media, whether it's negativity, being around people who are negative, who speak against what you're trying to accomplish, whether it's family obligations, or whatever it could be that can be holding you back from achieving the goals or the things that you want to accomplish. Discipline, lack of discipline could be one that's causing you to not be able to focus and do what you need to do to achieve those goals. Think about those things. And then while you're thinking about those things, let's counteract those things. Let's think about, okay, I know this is a problem. And it's good to recognize what could be hindering you from achieving your goals, from achieving what you want to see in life. So it's good to recognize those things and to recognize how your faith and your focus can change those negative things that's holding you back and get you to where you want to go. So we're going to first, let's talk about faith. A lot of times, the lack of faith. See, faith is our foundation of everything. If you don't believe in a thing, if you don't have the faith and say that I know this is possible, it won't be accomplished. If you don't believe in something, you won't see it. So it's no point of you saying, okay, this year I want to write a book and have my book published and start selling my book. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe you can write that book, if you don't believe you can get it published, if you don't believe that people will purchase that book, you shouldn't even start it. Because faith, without believing in something, without believing that you can do this, it won't matter if you do it because you don't believe in yourself. So when we talk about faith, it's something positive. We have to think on the positive things. We have to think about how I can trust myself to accomplish this thing that I want to see. Or how I believe that I will see it before it happens. A lot of times people like to visualize things and start seeing those things before you have it. Start seeing yourself writing the book. Start thinking about the chapters that you want in the book. Start thinking about your people. Who is your audience? Who's going to read your book? Who's going to buy your book? These are the things that you need to start thinking on and start believing. My book will be sold on online in these bookstores. This is where my books will be. I won't have a problem getting it published. These are the things that you have to start thinking about. And you have to believe, I have what it takes to write this book. I have what it takes to put on paper what people need to read and what people need to know. I have valuable information inside of me that's good for other people. You have to believe that. You have to have the faith that you can do that thing. If it's health goals, I have the faith and I believe that I can lose X amount of pounds if that's what your goal is, or to eat healthier. I have the faith that I can turn down a cinnamon bun and pick up fruit, or whatever the case may be. You've got to have the faith. Faith is our foundation. Whether you believe in God or not, I choose to believe in God. But whether you believe in God or not, God is my foundation. So I trust and believe what God says about me, that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So he's my foundation. So I believe that I can start this podcast and it can reach the people it needs to reach. I believe that I am a good life coach and I will attract the clients that I'm supposed to help. I believe that I am an author and that I have good books inside of me written, that I've already written or that I plan to write for people, groups of people out here who needs that. So I have a belief system. I have faith in myself, knowing that I have this inside of me and all I need to do is just pull it out. But if you don't have the faith, if you don't have that foundation, that belief system, believing in something that's not there yet, but you think that it's going to happen, if you don't have that faith, you won't accomplish it. You can't really accomplish anything without believing that you can do it. You've got to believe in yourself. You want someone else to buy your product, or you want someone else to help you with whatever it may be, but you don't believe in yourself. You want to go to hire a fitness trainer to help you with your fitness goals, but you don't believe that you're going to stick with it. You don't believe that you can accomplish it. Well, you're wasting money. If you don't believe it, you won't do it. So you're wasting money and you're wasting that trainer's time. If you don't believe that anybody's going to buy your book, so why would I write a book or try to sell a book when nobody's going to buy it? Then you're wasting your time. You have to believe in yourself before anybody else can believe in you. You can't expect me to want to buy a book from you if you don't believe in your product. You've got to believe in yourself and believe in the gifts that you have inside of you to get this accomplished. Starting a new business, anybody who has started a new business will let you know it's not easy. But if you don't have the faith and belief that people are going to buy into your business, then you might as well not start it, because you're going to waste your time, you're going to waste money, and whatever else. You've got to have faith. You have to be motivated. Faith motivates you and gives you the foundation of what you need when things are difficult. Because we all know when you set a goal, it's not going to be easy to achieve those things. Let's be real. It's not easy to live a healthy lifestyle, to eat healthy. It's not easy to start a business, like I just said, and to write a book and all the different things that you know, whatever your goals may be. It's not easy. But if you don't have faith, if you don't have that foundation, if you don't believe in yourself, then you have nothing to fall back on when times get hard. Yes, it's hard sometimes to get the motivation to write out a topic to come before you guys, even on this podcast. It's not always easy. But because I have faith in myself, and because I said, this is what's a calling in my life right now, this is what God has me doing right now, and there are people who need to hear what I have to say, then I put that motivation to work when it's hard, when I don't feel like getting up to record, or when I don't feel like typing out a new new episode. But I have that foundation that pushes me, that motivates me, and say, you know, you built this on faith. You believe that there were people that God was sent to listen to your voice, that you had a voice out there that needed to get out there. You need to get up and get it done. So you have to have that faith that pushes you when times are difficult, when you don't feel like doing it, when it's just like, what am I thinking about? What was I thinking about when I came up with this idea? Then you have to understand focus, what it means to focus. It's like what you're putting your attention to. And I've heard it said before, whatever you put your attention to, your energy to, that's what you see. That's the outcome you see. So are you putting energy in good things? If I want to live a healthy lifestyle, am I putting my energy on waking up, eating healthy, drinking more water, exercising like I need to do? Am I putting my energy to that, or am I putting my energy of laying on the couch, eating unhealthy food? Oh, I'll get to the workout tomorrow. Whatever that may be, whatever it may be. Planning for this podcast. I told you I took some time off, but when I took time off from recording, I was spending time on my computer, typing out, working on different episodes that I wanted to present to you guys, because I believe in this podcast. I believe in myself. So when I focus on the person I feel this podcast is for, when I think about that person and I think about the ideas that I want to say for this person, my energy is being put there, and I'm able to produce work that's good for that person. If you're not putting your energy into a positive space, you won't have a positive outcome. So we're trying to build up our faith, have that firm foundation and belief that we can do these things, but we also have to focus. We have to focus on our attention on what we want to see, not what we might be seeing right now, because right now I don't see the people. I can't see who's listening to my podcast. After it's posted, yeah, I can see the numbers of people who have listened to my podcast, the countries that they're from that are listening. But right now, I can't see the people. I don't know exactly who this message may be for, but I'm still focusing in on who I believe is my audience, and I'm giving them my attention. We got to make sure also that when you're focusing, you're not focusing on the wrong thing. What if this doesn't work out? What if the people don't come? All of these things are distractions. What are the distractions? We talked about it a few minutes ago. What can hinder you from making progress to move forward? What are those distractions? It could even be time on your cell phone, like social media. That can be a distraction from you getting work done. My church just did a corporate fast in January. It was 21 days. And it was a food fast, but also I incorporated a social media fast. I took a break from social media, and it was a great break. It was a great break to the point that now, even after I've been off the fast, I still haven't been full time back onto social media like that, because it was a distraction. It could be a distraction. I'm on social media scrolling when I need to be on my computer thinking out thoughts, planning for this podcast, planning for my clients for that seek me out for coaching. These are the things that God has me doing for this year. It could be a distraction. So you got to know what's distracting you from getting that goal accomplished. What might be distracting you from starting that business? And it could be people. You got to understand, sometimes people are distracting. People can not intentionally distract you, but can distract you because it could be the things they're talking about. They may be calling you on the phone and wanting to gossip. Well, that gossip is taken away from you building. You know what you're trying to build. Everybody doesn't know. And then some people, you may tell what you're trying to build, and they may not realize that the things that they're speaking may be speaking against what you're trying to build. So you have to recognize the distractions for what you're building, and you need to make sure you have clear goals. Make sure you know what your goals are. Make sure they're clear. Make sure there's something that you can achieve, and that you're not setting these high goals that can't be achieved. And when I say that, it could be like, with my new business I'm opening up, the first week I expect to make $10 million. Let's be realistic. Let's set realistic goals. That can also be a distraction on what you need to focus on as well. So you got to make sure you have that firm foundation, your faith, that you're focusing in. You have that tunnel vision on what you want to see happen for your goal, what you want to see happen this year. And then understanding what it means to move forward. When you're talking about moving forward, it means you're progressing, you're growing, you're elevating, you keep going up higher and higher, that you're not staying in that same little spot. That you're being purposeful in your actions towards your desired goal. You know what your end goal is for this month, for this week even. For this year, you know what your end goal is. So you have to make sure you're making purposeful action steps, that you're taking purposeful action steps and moving forward, that you're not just staying at the same level. You have to keep taking it up, keep building. That's the point. When you build a house, you think about a house, you build the foundation first. You keep building until you get all the way up to the roof. That's how it is for you, which is your goal for this year. You keep building till you get to that goal. You don't stop. There will be setbacks, but it's how you handle those setbacks. That's where the faith comes in. The faith comes in to build you up. Okay, yeah, this is a setback, but remember what we believe in. Remember your customer. Remember what you want to see in the end. Keep moving forward. So I believe with faith and focus, that they work together to get us to our goal, our destination. So faith fuels focus. Faith provides the emotional security to commit fully to a task, which your task is your focus, what you're focused on. If you don't believe you can achieve it, you won't focus on it. And if you're not focusing on it, it won't happen. So your faith, again, provides the emotional security that you can fully focus on your task. Fully focus. Focus activates faith. So when you think about your small wins. So let's just say this week you said, okay, I want to reach 50 customers. You may not reach the 50, but you reached 30. That's a small win because you reached some customers. Also, you may reach 55. You went above what your goal was for this week. Those are small wins. Those wins, the small wins, build up your faith. It builds up your faith. So you're focused on the 50 customers. You achieve that. That's a small win that you can stick in your pocket that builds up your faith. Okay, well, this week I reached 50. My goal was 50. I reached 50. Let me move my goal up to 70. This is what it builds up your faith. If I can reach 50, I can reach 70. If I can reach 70, I can reach 100. Whatever the case may be. The focus builds up your faith. So let's talk about like some real life, real world examples. Let's think about a career transition. So the faith component of your career transition will believe that you believe in your skills. You believe that you have the skills to take you to another level in your career, whether that means a new job somewhere else or a higher position, a promotion. So the faith component, again, will be believing in your skills. The focus component is daily skill practicing. What are you doing to build up your skills? What are you doing to build up your resume? What are you doing to let your boss see that, okay, you're ready for a promotion? That's your focus component. That's what you're focusing on. You're lasering in on what I need to do to show that I'm ready for a promotion or show that I have the skills for this new position. And then the forward, the goal, you get a new job. You get a new position. You get that management position or whatever. You get a higher position. Maybe it comes with a pay raise. These are the things of faith and focus working together to get you what you're looking for, which is your forward. Health goal. Let's look at a health goal example. Faith component is trusting the process. Anybody can tell you who has health goals, it's not easy. It's not easy eating healthy. For some it is, but for some of us it's not. It's not easy to make those right choices to get up and exercise. For some people, it's easy to get up and exercise. For some of us, it's not that easy. But the faith component is just trusting the process. I didn't make it today. I'll make better choices tomorrow. I'll try again tomorrow. I'm not seeing the numbers that I want to see. I'm not seeing what I want to see with my body this week. But faith and trust in the process and knowing that I may not see it this week, but 4 weeks out, I'll see a difference. And the focus component is maybe consistent meal prepping, setting weekly goals for exercising, choosing healthy foods over non-healthy foods. And then when you get to your forward, which is your goal, you see your health has improved. If you're trying to lose weight, you'll see the weight has come off. If you're exercising, you can see where your body may be more toned, but you're seeing the result because your faith was activated. Your focus was there intact, and you got what you wanted, which was your forward, which is your goal. One last one that I'll talk about is like a project launch. If you're launching a new project, whether it's a new business, a new podcast, whatever your project may be, your faith component is going to be the confidence in the idea. The confidence that say, I can do this. I can write that book. I can launch that podcast. I can start this new business. And your focus component is going to be dedicated time working on that project, putting into that project. And sometimes it's going to take finances into that project. But your focus is your dedicated time, putting into that project. And then your forward, what you see is just success of it. The success of what you built. These are just a few real life examples of an area that you might want to, that you've set as a goal, that someone may set as a goal, and seeing the faith component work with the focus component to get the end goal, your focus. So let's talk about moving forward. These are a few steps that I have that I think can help you continue to move forward, because we want to go forward. We want to achieve these goals. There are new things that God has set before us in 2026, and we want to accomplish those things. So you have to identify your faith statement. I believe you write down your belief statement for your, about what you want to see, about your future success. So the first thing you need to do is write down your belief statement. Write down why you believe, what you believe in, that's going to help you accomplish this goal. Then you need to schedule for success, which is focus. Think about the deep things, the deep work that it's going to take to achieve this goal. Think about what distractions you will need to eliminate. What can come up as a distraction? Think about those things and how to eliminate those things. Whether it's blocking out a certain time of your day just to focus on this particular goal, shutting down your cell phone, or shutting down notifications for that hour, or however long that you need to block off. But shutting down the distractions so you won't be so easily say, oh, a text came through. Oh, let me pause and look at this text, and you get caught up in a chat. Whatever it may be. But to really dedicate, you really have to block off time on your calendar. And a lot of times we aren't disciplined enough to say, okay, I'm going to spend an hour today and not block that time off. Sometimes some of us, talking about me, some of us need to block off calendar time and just say, this is going to be time that I'm going to work on this project, and really focus in and work on that project. Make sure you celebrate your progress, which is your forward, what you're trying to reach, your goal. But make sure you celebrate small achievements every day. I always like to mention celebrating small achievements, because a lot of times we take the small things for granted. And when we take the small things for granted, when the big, sometimes we're always looking for the big. And sometimes it's the small things the small things take us to the big, but it's the small things too that we need to appreciate and that we need to focus in on, and we need to say thank you. Maybe your channel, you started a YouTube channel or whatever, and it has reached, the first video got 100 plays. Well, be thankful for the 100 views that it got. Yeah, you want the thousands, the millions of views, but be thankful for the 100 views that lead to the 1,000, that leads to the millions of views. So we always have to remember to look at the small achievements, be grateful for those small achievements, and it reinforces when we think about that, it reinforces our faith again, and it reinforces our focus. Okay, I did it this way. Let me see how I can do it better to get more views or to get more clients. So we have to think about that. So again, just to recap, faith is our foundation. Focus is like our little engine in our car to get us. I guess we could use an analogy of a car that gets us to our forward, which is our destination, our goals that we want to see. I hope that this episode has helped you with bringing your focus back onto your goals, to know that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. You know what your goals are. You know what you set your mind to for 2026, for the month of February, for a week in February. You know what you set as a goal. Put your faith to work. Focus in on what you want to see, and you will see your goals. As always, we are so grateful that you joined us. We hope that this podcast has helped you, and we hope the other episodes have helped you as well. We would love to hear from you. You can always email us in at rhcrowe, that's CROWE, at marriageunstoppable.com. You can find us on Instagram at marriageunstop1. You can find us on YouTube. We do have a YouTube channel that we put our videos of the podcast up on. But we just want you to reach out to us. Let us know how your journey is going right now. If you ever need encouragement to help you with your goals, we're here. You can go to our website, lifeunstoppable.com, and you can find different resources that we have available. If you need a life coach, I'm always telling people, hey, life coaches are out there. If you need a life coach, even if I'm not the right fit for you, I know other life coaches who can help you as well. But I am a life coach. I'm here to help people achieve their goals in every area of their lives. I've helped people with relationships. I've helped people who have started over with careers, just whatever the goals may be. I'm here to help. So you can always, like I said, go to our website. You can always email in, but let us know how it's going. Let us know that if you feel like you're moving forward, or if you feel like you're stuck, and how we can help you get unstuck. Because we want everybody, again, at the end of the day, to have an unstoppable life. So a part of that, having an unstoppable life, is moving forward, not being stuck. Moving forward. So let us know how we can help. Again, we thank you for coming. We thank you for listening in. And we'll see you the next week. Remember, episodes drop every Thursday. I try to drop the episodes every Thursday. But sometimes life happens. You know, I have kids that are busy, booking busy. And so I'm booking busy with them, being their chauffeur and all the things. But just drop us an email, let us know, a comment. You can DM us, whatever it is. Just let us know how we can help you live an unstoppable life. And if you have some episodes you would like, some topics you would like to hear, let us know. Email us in, let us know about it. As always, I like to say, guys, I love you guys for real. We'll see you next time. Peace.